y'all doing? Thanks for visiting the Trial Report. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. I just want, hey, look, today, man, I ain't put on no shirt. All right, so I'm in a robe and a hat today. That's how I'm rocking today. You know what I'm saying? But you obviously can see by looking at the top of your screen what I'm talking about. Black men sentenced to more times for committing the exact same crime as a white person, study finds. Now, if you a white guy viewing my show right now, don't click off. Alright? This is not finna be a white bashing report. But I am gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real. Leading up, the reason why I made this video is because leading up today is November the 19th, 2021, and the jury has came back. If you've been watching, the jury, the court of Kyle Rittenhouse. If you've been watching that, then you know that today that they found him not guilty. And all due respect, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect to Kyle Rittenhouse family, it was a win. It was a win for, Kyle Rittenhouse. Okay, let me click over here. That was my phone. Turn this. It was a win for Kyle Rittenhouse. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the jury ultimately did a good job for Kyle Rittenhouse and his family. Nevertheless, that if it would have been a black guy or an Hispanic guy, it would have been totally different. I don't just with me and my experiences and just the way I view society today is that I don't see where it would have been any I don't see where it would have been justice or any type of equality if it was a black man who did the same thing that Kyle Rittenhouse did. I think that it would have went to a mistrial, honestly, and I think they would have found a new juror, or if it wouldn't have went to a mistrial, they would have found him guilty of something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to place blame. I'm not here to do that. But what I am here to do is just to keep it real and speak for what a lot of black Americans feel today. Honestly, I'm disappointed. I think that the judge was biased in Kyle Rittenhouse trial because he made several statements and he just seemed like he was just irritated, you know what I'm saying, with the prosecution. But overall, if we just take a look at certain things, okay? We know that black men and Hispanic men are incarcerated 5 times. Mainly black men that's incarcerated 5 times more than white men. And Hispanic men is probably is incarcerated 2 times more than than white men. Okay. And there's many studies that find this, report true. And honestly, it pisses me off because I'm a guy, I can go either way. I have descendants from a lot of different parts of the world. I have descendants from Africa. I have descendants. I have Native American descendants. I have Germany. I have European. I have a lot of different races. I have Serbian. I have Russian. You know what I'm saying? I have African. I have a lot of different. They'll probably call me a mutt. You know what I'm saying? But just to keep it all the way, just to keep everything at a level playing field. I identify myself as being a black American. I'm born in America and I'm black. I'm brown skinned American. Okay. So I don't go into all these different nationalities, but I have, some leeway here. You know what I'm saying? I can choose what I want to be. I could be white today. I could be brown tomorrow. I could be German the next day. I could be what I want to be. But I identify with being an American, and I'm a black American. And a lot of black Americans today don't feel that we are held at the same fairness as a white person. I just want to say, if it would have been a black guy who did the same thing that Kyle Rittenhouse, I mean, if it just keep the same video, same evidence, but Kyle Rittenhouse was black, do you think that he would have been found not guilty? And you have a lot of people that's on YouTube that got channels that's speaking about, O.J. Simpson and Meek Mills and such and such. But a lot of these guys are celebrities. We're talking about the average Joe, the average black guy. O.J. Simpson bought 5 lawyers. He had the dream team. He had some of the best lawyers. But nevertheless, black men are incarcerated at a way higher rate than white men. That disparity is great in this country. Why? Is you saying that black men creates most of the crime? We have a lot of crime taking place. We have white collar crime. And a lot of crime is, white collar, like fraud, Ponzi scheme, things of that nature. We have a lot of corruption at the government level. We have politicians who do crimes, and if they wasn't who they are, they would probably be in jail. If it was any average person who did this, they'll probably be in jail, but they get off. Richard Nixon, he didn't go to jail for the Watergate scandal. Presidents, politicians, prime ministers, people that's in government do crimes all the time, and when they do go to jail, it's for a year, and they probably spend a few months in there. What I'm pointing out here is that it's the injustice towards the citizens, man. It's the separation towards the citizens, and we're broken up in groups. Black, white, rich, poor. You know what I'm saying? It's status. Okay, you will see here where black men who commit the same crimes as white men receive federal prison sentences that are on average nearly 20% longer, according to a new report on sentencing disparities from the United States Sentencing Commission. Okay. Now I'm not going to run through all this because I'll be on here for about, an hour or so. Judges are less likely to voluntarily revise sentences downward for black offenders than for white ones. In other words, and even when judges do reduce black offender sentences, they do so by smaller amounts than white offenders. Listen, there'll be times where, I have this app. It's called Newsbreak. Okay. And it be, Newsbreak gives you news all around the world. You can have national news, global news, local news. All right, and I it's been times where news come to my phone, and a white man will do the same crime that a black man do, and it could be murder, and this white man will probably get 20 years in prison, whereas as far as the black man, he gets 55, 60, 65 years in prison for the same murder, for the same crime. And I want to know, why is our legal system tainted this way? For whatever reason, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If a white man do the same crime as a black man, he should get the same time, right? And what I want, I just want fairness, man. I just want fairness. I'm sick of the unequality. I'm sick of everything just being so hypocritic. Black people fought for this country, built this country just as much as white people did, and there's no reason for us to hate each other as to where, okay, well, he's white, he's black, I don't like him, he don't like me. It shouldn't be like that. We should all be together. What I see is the problem here. I see that government is the problem. I don't see the people being the problem, regardless if you white, black, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you are, because this country was built on the backs of those people. And we should never lose sight what made this country great. But what happens is that when you have these types of government that's in place, it creates a division. And this is what we should be standing up for. We should be uniting, regardless if we're white or black. That's what we should be. And in a perfect world, it will go that way. It bothers me. It bothers me a little bit. I didn't even put a shirt on. I'm like, look, I'm finna throw on a robe and I'm finna talk about this. I'm finna throw on a hat, a robe, and I'm finna talk about this. You know what I'm saying? I want to vent about this right now. But I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it, man. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of white people who would agree with me. It's probably at a high level of black people who would agree with what I'm saying right now. This ultimately goes into why there's a real high level of mistrust between the black community and the police community. This is why blacks don't trust police. This is why police don't trust blacks, and we have no faith in the judicial system, because we get treated differently, man. And it's not about no victimhood. Nah, it's not that. It's not that. It's just calling it for what it is. These are things that needs to change. As far as Kyle Rittenhouse, and if you look at the screen, black man sentence. These are stuff I just typed in. And, I typed it in. I did my research on it. I choose to pick because it has a lot of different links you can go to, and I did my research. I said, these are the two I'm gonna choose. And I'm gonna speak about these two. Okay, you can go on Google, YouTube, whatever you want to, and you can look it up yourself. You can even bring back some evidence to basically combat what I'm talking about, but nothing that you're gonna bring is gonna be different than what's showed here, because this is true. Kyle Rittenhouse today has been found not guilty, but if it would have been a brother, if it would have been a Hispanic, would that verdict been the same? That's the main thing I'm talking about today. Right now, It's 5:01 p.m. in Indianapolis, Indiana. And this is what I'm talking about. And, honestly, a change is going to come. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a group of people that rises up and start to make changes. And when that time comes, I want everybody who feel the same way, whether you white or black, to join that movement and fight against it, because the problem is not us. The problem is the American government. That's the problem. All of this division, this separatism, whatever, all this needs to stop. I mean, it needs to stop immediately, today. And we need to get back to the right, to doing things the right way, having compassion for your brethren, regardless if you white or black. This is what I'm talking about today, because this is what's on my heart today. I just I don't know. Maybe it'll be me. Maybe I'll be the one who start the party. Maybe what we need is a new movement. And I'm not talking about a movement that's based on victimhood or based on emotion, but grounded in truth, love, and facts. White people are incarcerated less than black people. You can argue that black people in a lot of different states is responsible for 90% of the crime, and I would agree. I would. But even so, when those black people are prosecuted, they're prosecuted differently than when there's a white man who did the same crime. Their blacks are less likely to have their sentences commuted. These are things I want to point out. The prison system has a very distinctive impact on the person that's imprisoned, the community, and the family. So and this is something that you can look up yourself and re-educate yourself. Learn all the facts. Okay? Learn all the facts. Look at everything about the criminal justice system. I mean, more people who go to prison end up becoming repeat offenders. And if this is a system that's supposed to, help the prison population, why is it that the numbers of repeat offenders are higher than the numbers that they're helping? Why, are black men sentenced to more time for the same crime as a white man? Why? Look it up. Learn the facts. Learn what's in these reports. But I think today was a sad day. But I also think today was a good day. Because yes, it's saying that we still have the right to defend ourselves, I guess. But then again, if that person was black, do we have the same right to defend itself? As long as I've been alive, I don't think I've seen too many cases to where a black man defended himself and did not go to jail for some amount of time. But I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna drop it here. This is I can keep going on. I don't want to get into where I'm just lecturing. But what I want you to take away from this video is that Kyle Rittenhouse was exonerated today, and I want to say, if it was a brother or a Hispanic, would he would have got the same verdict? In my heart, I don't think he would have. I also want you to take away that I don't think that we should turn to hate on each other. I think that what we need to do is unite, black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you are. And I think what we need to do is focus on the government. I think the government is the real threat to the American public. As long as they can keep us fighting, keep us divided, they divide and conquer. It's time to wake up and start to create real movement, create real change. So I just want to thank you for watching. Thank you for visiting the Trotter Report. Stay tuned. I will be creating more videos. I will always, create videos. You can always drop a comment. You can always email me. Let me know how you feel. I like to say I'm the man of the people, because I will actually talk back to the people. I'm not like some of these YouTubers who get so big to where they can't even talk back to their people. So you always welcome to drop a comment, to email me. This is the Trotters Report, where the news is always raw and unfiltered. Okay? Always. Remember, it will always be raw and unfiltered. I keep it real on my channel. Period. Okay? So, thank you for watching. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. God bless you. Thank you for watching.